Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for joining us on TCM, where we're celebrating the 250th birthday of English novelist Jane Austen. Although her stories stay within her microcosm of highbrow society in 19th century England, Austen's insight into human nature through her keen wit, understanding of family dynamics, and flair for romance gives her the mass appeal of the best fairy tales. For those who try to relegate Austen's books strictly to female audiences, you should know Jane Austen fandom knows no bounds. Rudyard Kipling wrote a short story in 1926 called The Janeites about British World War I soldiers in a secret Austen fan club. Up next, an Austen adaptation written by Nick Dear for BBC television from 1995, Persuasion. Amanda Root stars here as Anne Elliot, a smart, capable young woman trying to help her irresponsible family stay afloat through financial struggles. She's considered a spinster at the ripe old age of 27. For such a young woman, she's dealing with some serious regret. Years earlier, she broke her engagement to the man she loved because a family friend thought he wouldn't amount to much. That friend was mistaken, but it may be too late for Anne to win him back. Persuasion is one of 4 films, all released in 1995, that are considered the catalysts for the Jane Austen phenomenon that has largely taken the world by storm in the 30 years since. The Jane Austen Museum in Hampshire, England, called Jane Austen's House, because it was in fact Jane Austen's house, currently has an exhibition called Austen Mania. It celebrates, quote, 30 years of the iconic adaptations of 1995. They include the BBC adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, starring Colin Firth and Jennifer Ely, Emma Thompson's Oscar-winning adaptation of Sense and Sensibility, starring Thompson and Kate Winslet, directed by Ang Lee, Clueless, written and directed by Amy Heckerling and starring Alicia Silverstone, and, as I said, the film you are about to see. From British stage director Roger Michell in 1995, with an excellent British supporting cast: Ciarán Hinds, Fiona Shaw, Corin Redgrave, brother to Vanessa and Lynn Redgrave, Susan Fleetwood, the sister of Fleetwood Mac drummer Mick Fleetwood, and Emma Thompson's sister Sophie Thompson. This is Jane Austen's Persuasion. If you've been with us all night, you've seen 3 of the best Jane Austen adaptations of the 1990s. Unlike the first 2 films, Emma and Sense and Sensibility, Persuasion was made for BBC television and written and directed by 2 British stage veterans, Nick Dear and Roger Michell, respectively. For the look of the film, Michelle decided to stick to the norms of the novel's setting, 19th century England. No makeup on the actresses, dimly lit dinners, natural light outdoors. Film won 5 BAFTA TV awards, the British equivalent of our Emmys, including Best Single Drama. Persuasion is the last novel Jane Austen fully completed. It was published posthumously a few months after Austen's death in 1817. Her brother gave it its title. Jane Austen was just 41 years old when she died, but in her time she wrote 6 of the most popular and enduring novels in English literature, all of which have been brought to the screen multiple times over the years. The first Jane Austen adaptation to make it to the big screen is the film we have coming up, an MGM production starring Greer Garson and Laurence Olivier. It's based on what is certainly Austen's most famous novel. The 1940 version of Pride and Prejudice is next on Turner Classic Movies.
Next on TCM, Pride and Prejudice, then The Brighton Strangler, and later, A Summer Place. Your deposit's non-refundable on TCM tonight.